Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call the meeting of Government Operations Committee for Monday, December 19th, 2022. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Here.
Here. Here. Yes. Here. 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 Here.
Thank you. Item number 3, administrative, video gaming statistics. Any questions or comments on those? Okay, for information only. The on this vote, we have 2 items tonight. Can I have a motion and a second, please?
So move.
Moved by Ryan.
Second.
Second by Dave. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes. 5A, Police Department. Recommendation to approve an ordinance amending Title V, Business Licenses and Regulations, Chapter 5.08, Alcoholic Beverages, Section 5.08.090, License Classifications, 5.08.100, License Fees, and 5.08.130, License Hours of Sale of the St. Charles Municipal Code. Good evening, Chief.
Good evening. So this item appeared earlier this evening with a 4-0 recommendation to advance from Liquor Control Commission. This is a new liquor classification being proposed. It's a dual license which would allow for both package sales alcohol, and a pour license or consumption on premise. This is similar to what we've done with the Cooper's Hawk, the Wine Exchange, and a few other licenses in St. Charles. This follows a similar model that we saw from the Pride store, which I'll present as the next item, with their businesses that are throughout the Chicagoland area, and we saw this particularly at their Cicero location. There is restrictions in this license as follows. Off-site consumption or packaged goods are prohibited from being consumed on site. The total retail square footage of retail sales can't exceed 10% of the gross square footage. That's very similar to what we do with our convenience stores and our gas stations, which is an A6 license. You must offer other goods and services at the convenience store or mini mart, and then this is classified as a fueling station or a gas station. So with that, I'll answer any questions that the committee might have.
Question. Yes, Brian.
So we don't have a current license that we can give them. This is a brand new license that we're creating. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So what would happen? So is this because it's a gas station? Is that why we have to create this license?
No, so for Cooper's Hawk, for instance, that's a B3 license. It's a restaurant license with a small component for carryout sales.
Okay.
Because this was a fueling station, we modeled the A6 license, which is that 10% or under of the package sales, but they have a restaurant component inside the mini mart, which I'll talk about at the next item.
Okay.
And they wanted to do consumption on site or a traditional restaurant license. So in essence, it's 2 licenses. It's a package license and a restaurant license combined.
Okay. What kind of precedent would this set for other gas stations in the community? Could they then put a small little takeout counter and then begin to sell liquor within the gas station with this license that you're proposing?
So currently, although we haven't had a new gas station be built in the last number of years, most of the new stations that are being built in and around our area have a restaurant concept or some sort of fast casual mechanism to them. This is the first time the Pride stores, in particular, are asking for a liquor license with their cafe. They have a brewery in town here that I'll talk about at the next item, Octane 93. They want to offer some of their brewery concepts in this cafe, along with their Taco Urbano, which is their Mexican flair of their restaurant. So
I guess where I'm going with this is, let's say there's a gas station that says, I see this new license is out there, and I'd like to convert part of my current gas station into a hot dog place or something. Could they do that and then apply for this and then sell liquor to be consumed on site in the gas station in whatever restaurant portion if they decided to remodel or something like that?
I think 2 things would have to happen. A, they'd have to follow the covenants of the ordinance, meaning the 4 benchmarks that I just talked about, and then B, they'd have to get council approval, obviously, and apply. So I think it'd be dual-faceted. They have to meet the criteria and then come before you and and apply and get licensed. Right now, most of our gas stations and mini marts have an A6 license, which is package only.
Right, that's
This
fine.
is a little bit different because they have the restaurant inside.
Okay.
Obviously, that's up to council, how you proceed with future licenses and that come before you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Okay, would the developer like to make any comments or anything, if he's here? Of course. Can I have your name for the record, please?
My name is J.T. McGlenn, Director of Operations for the Pride Stores. So I know in one of our locations, Pride of Naperville, they actually put a limitation on square footage on the facility. Most of our facilities are, anywhere from around 4,200 square feet up to 6,000 square feet. So Pride of Naperville, our location in Naperville, is the only one with a liquor license within the city of Naperville. So that's one of the things that they had done to maybe try to get maybe a smaller convenience store, some that's only 1,500, 2,800 square feet, that may not have the room. We have indoor seating, outdoor seating. It's a full-on quick-serve restaurant. So it's a lot different. It's still within the same building, and there's, two different counters, but one is clearly for restaurant and one is convenience store.
Great, thank you. Any questions?
So, yeah, if I may ask you a question. So the current store that you're proposing, I was looking at the drawings, they're not super clear, but so you would have an actual restaurant partitioned off from the convenience side of the store?
Yeah, so it would be within the same store. You can just free roam between the two. The seating area will definitely have partition walls around it, and there is a separate counter, a separate clerk to go and order your food from, as opposed to the convenience store.
Okay.
It's two separate counters.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Any other questions? Any questions or comments from the audience? Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. Harvey?
Second.
Okay, wait, slow down. I wasn't done yet, Paul. Who made the motion? Paul.
No, who's Steve?
Steve Look.
Steve? Okay. The motion by Steve, seconded by Bill. Any other comments or questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Thank you, that motion passes. Okay, thank you. Now we go to 5B, recommendation to approve an A3 liquor license applications for the Price Stores Incorporated, doing business as the Pride of King County, located at 3025 East Main Street.
Chairman, before proceeding, I'd like to direct you to show that I'm recusing myself for conflict of interest.
Okay, thank you. No, that's noted, please, that Mr. Lencioni will not be voting tonight on this issue.
Thank you, Mr. Socado. So this too appeared before the Liquor Control Commission earlier this evening, advanced with a 4-0 recommendation. This is for the new fueling station convenience store that I just talked about at the corner of East Main and Kirk Road, the Pride of Kane County. Currently, this company operates 4 separate businesses in St. Charles. The Pride store, which is a fueling station at Britcher and 38, and then adjacent to that, there is the Urban Counter Restaurant, the Pride Liquor Store, and then Octane 93. So this will really be their 5th and 6th business venture. They did approach us with the concept that I previously discussed. Once again, this will house a Taco Urbano, which is one of the restaurant concepts. They currently have a Taco Urbano in Batavia. And once again, the Pride store, like I mentioned, has other locations in St. Charles. It's modeled after the A6 license I talked about, which is our fueling station model, along with the restaurant mini market component. There is representatives from the Pride stores that can answer any questions. If you may, and construction is commencing pretty rapidly. I believe they want to open in the late spring.
Questions or comments from the committee? Okay, seeing none from the audience? Okay, so, can I have a motion? Yes, Rita.
Okay, good. It's clicking now, Jim. So the A6 is because it's a fueling station, whereas the, whatever was the one for Cooper's Hawk is because it's restaurant.
More of a restaurant.
Yeah, okay.
We looked at other municipalities, Ms. Payleitner, and this model seemed to meet not only their business practice, but also what we've seen in other ordinances. I forgot to mention, I apologize, we did talk to the petitioner about a gaming license. They are not seeking video gaming for this location. Currently, the A6 licensure is not eligible for video gaming within St. Charles, so I wanted to add that. That was in my notes.
Good.
Forgot to mention that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
Sorry, just as a liquor commissioner, I figured I'd chime in. I know we already approved A, but during the liquor commission meeting, I should say, I mean, the word hybrid was used in our discussion in terms of this is met, and Todd, if you agree with what I'm saying, is meant to meet this new hybrid model that's appearing. So that's kind of just to reiterate and answer that question. If there's still any questions about what it's needed for, so that's what we discussed. Is that
Well, I think it really what happens is it reflects where the business is going.
correct? Yep.
So it's not about being a fuel station anymore. I mean, it's just, you
It's a
know,
new
pizza
model,
places,
yeah.
They're
Mhm.
Mexican restaurants, they're adding a whole component that's experiential, so.
thank you. Any other questions? Can I, get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Okay. Motion by Bill,
Oh,
second by
second.
Dave. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Thank you. That motion passes. Any additional items from council, staff, or audience? Okay. Any public comments? Okay, seeing none. No executive session, so, can I have a motion? And second,
So moved.
Second.
moved by Dave, second by Brian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Motion passes. We are adjourned.